Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Mind Your Exam. So in this video we will be learning about the limitations of a management information system. So before starting with the topics and the points for limitations, I would just like to go through two different words. One is limitation and another is disadvantage. So limitation basically refers to the scenarios which are out of the control of the MIS, which the MIS cannot control, and it is dependent on external factors for such scenarios, whereas disadvantage are the problems that the MIS itself is responsible for. So today we will be looking at the scenarios in which the working and performance of the MIS might get affected and which are beyond the control of the MIS. So the first point in this are the data quality issues. So there might be a scenario when the data that is input to the MIS is incorrect, or it is incomplete, or even it is outdated. So if the input data is incorrect, incomplete, or outdated, it will lead to wrong information being given by the MIS. So in this scenario, the MIS is working fine based on the data that it has received. It has computed the information, but since the data was wrong, so the information is wrong, and hence wrong decisions might be taken in such a scenario. The next limitation of an MIS is the human error factor that can come into the picture. So there might be a scenario and situation where a human operator which is using the MIS has done some kind of typing mistake or given an incorrect command or even misinterpreted the data or the information that is being either given as input or output to the MIS. So all these human errors again affect the performance and the output of the MIS, the information that is giving. And in such scenarios where wrong information has come out of MIS due to human errors, again the decisions that will be taken by the management will not be optimal. They might be completely wrong. The third limitations of the MIS are the technical flaws that it might face. So the MIS is responsible for its correct functioning as long as it is getting the right input, it is getting the right commands from the outside world. But if there are certain hardware issues, the system in which the MIS is deployed is not working fine, or there are power supply issues, or even the internet which is required for the functioning of any management information system, if it is not provided, then in such a case the working of the MIS gets hampered. And when the MIS working gets hampered, again the organization has to suffer. In all these scenarios, there is no fault of the MIS. It is doing its proper functioning, but it is dependent on a certain number of factors from the outside world to work perfectly. The next limitation is the incompatibility issues with the existing systems. So we know that the MIS that are being developed and used by organizations are up to date and they use the latest technologies. But many organizations might make use of legacy systems which are old, and the compatibility with MIS may not be up to the mark. So there might come data integration issues. That means the data, the content that is present in such legacy systems, the old systems that are being used by the organization, might not, that data present in legacy system might not get transferred correctly or might not be able to be utilized by the MIS. So data from both these sources might not be integrated together, and when there is incomplete data, again the output information that the MIS is giving will create problems in decision making. So when the current MIS that is deployed in an organization is not able to work with the old systems, because the old systems do not have those functionalities, then in such scenarios we have to store data in the MIS as well as the data is present in the legacy system. So again data duplication is taking place, and hence the performance of the MIS gets affected. The last limitation that we will be looking into is the security risks that any MIS can face. So the system vulnerability is again a situation in which the MIS is not able to control the outside factors. So there might be scenarios where the hardware on which the MIS software is deployed has certain vulnerabilities which can be used to attack the MIS itself. And when cyber attacks happen or insider threats happen, that means either the hackers from the outside world attack the system, the MIS, or the people within the organization try to affect the working of the MIS. In all such scenarios, the MIS again gets affected, its security gets breached, and these situations again affect the performance of the MIS and hamper its usage in the organization. So all these factors that we have seen are from the outside world. So they are originating from outside the MIS and they affect the working of the MIS overall. So these are the limitations of any management information system. I hope you have understood the topic. Thank you for watching. Till we meet in the next video, mind your exam.